Hello, hello, hello. We're waiting for our guest. I saw her. Give me a minute. I saw my guest. I saw my guest. I just saw my guest and I can't find her, so just bear with me. Uh, hey, Commander Alpha Turkey. I'm trying to make sure my guest gets up on stage, so bear with me. Let me make sure I can find her. There she is. I've added her to my stage. I've turned my camera back on. I have with me today a very special guest, Cheryl Graham, who is going to talk with us today about a wonderful topic that's new to me. So I wanted to make sure my Carterians were well aware of this topic as well. I'm going to get a chair. I wanted to make sure I have good light, and I'm going to get my glasses. So forgive me for not having all my pearls because that was my intention. But welcome, 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 everyone. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Again, my name is Lisa. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday, where we are meeting Cheryl Graham. I'm going to wait for people to come in. And as they do, let me explain a couple of things. We are a food channel. We are foodies. Me and my husband are foodies. And I wanted it to be horizontal, but I'm not going to press my luck today, being that you're already 4 or 5 minutes late. I think you guys can see Cheryl. Hopefully, I'm going to try to check my chat. I'm scared to touch anything right now, and I got to put my glasses on so I can see everybody.
You can use to structure.
I heard somebody. I don't know what that was, but listen. Now I can see y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we have with us Cheryl Graham. She was sharing on a platform about this treatment or this process, and I said I had never heard of it, so I wanted you guys to hear about it as well, so that we're in the know. As if we're foodies or people that love food, we should also be very cognizant of our health if we're going to eat certain types of foods. But we're all about wellness and good food. And I know you guys have seen me juice. You've seen me do my dragon fruit. And this is just as important. I'm going to allow first just her to say welcome. We're going to kind of do the 5 points: who, what, when, where, how. And then at the end, she's going to tell us where she's located and how you guys can get in touch with her for more information, or who may be doing this type of service in your area if you're not in her area. Again, welcome to Carter's Eat, and I hope more people come. And if they do, my moderators, if they would share her out. Cheryl, I'm going to give you the floor. If you tell us just a little bit about who you are, what the process is, but first start with how we know each other and your background, please.
My God. Hello, everyone. The Carterians right here. So Lisa and I have been friends for over 30 years. I know we don't look it. I know. You wouldn't believe. Yes. So from 1990 or so, we've been friends, seriously. And we are also sorority members of the illustrious Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. So that's where our beginning started. And now it brings us forward here, and we are upwards in our ages, getting up there, but still maintaining what we need to do. So I'm here with Lisa, and that friendship has developed into something even bigger than what we even expected. So again, I'm Cheryl Graham. I am the Premier IV Specialist. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. And Lisa, you wanted me to continue, right? I started doing IV therapy, and which is basically a bag of IV fluids, and I will place a needle into your arm, temporary needle into your arm, and infuse you with these fluids, and I'll add some nutrients that are very good to your body. So they're going to bathe your cells. You may be looking for immune support, energy support, beautification of your skin, things of that nature. So performance as well. You may be someone who needs to go out and tomorrow you have a speaking engagement. You're drained because you've been traveling. So I will infuse you with the IVs and add the nutrients to help you get back on top of your game so you can have that slight edge and continue
Thank you.
on what you need to
Thank
do.
you, Star Wars. Before you share all your nuggets, before you share all your goodies, make sure you share with us a little bit about your background and how long you've been in the profession you're in, please.
Yes,
So we
yes.
understand.
Thank you, Lisa. I am a nurse by trade. I've been a nurse for 27 years. The last 13 years, I've been into wellness. And what drove me into wellness, because I was a part of the business of medicine, meaning I was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism back in 2012, 2011. And I didn't know which way to go. I just started using some wellness products at the same time when I was diagnosed. Things started changing on my labs. When I would see the doctor, he couldn't believe how significant my labs were changing. And he told me point blank, period, there's no way that this lifestyle change that you're started on has made this tremendous change. And he wouldn't believe me. He told me point blank, I had a brain tumor, and that there's no way that what I'm doing made a difference in my life.
Hold on one moment. Somebody said we're having a black screen. Someone said that we have a black screen. Sure, I just want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to hear us. So
Oh,
you can hear me.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Let me. I want to ask my friend, can they see you and I? All right, me and you.
Mm-hmm.
I hope everyone can hear us. Oh, there's two, and I guess that's us. Uh, okay, we're public. Cheryl, do you have your laptop near you?
I'm on my laptop. Oh, let's see.
Sorry about that, Cheryl. I'm
No
gonna
one
get my lap. I'm gonna get my laptop so I can keep it open and see if we're live. You know, people. You're on your laptop. Okay.
on my laptop. Yeah.
You keep talking. I'm gonna mute.
Okay. Uh, so I was at the point where I told you the doctor told me I had a brain tumor. My gut was telling me, I was doing right, but I don't advise anybody to take the measures I did. But I just felt like the symptoms I was having were subsiding. I had a brain tremor in my hand. My hand would tremor like this. My hair was coming out in clumps. I had adult cystic acne. I would wake up with night sweats. Everything was going awry, and I couldn't explain it. But the hyperthyroidism was my body's metabolism speeding up, and it was just spilling out, and my body wasn't utilizing that thyroid hormone correctly. And so I decided to stop using products that had a lot of animal products in them because animals also have hormones. And so our skin is our largest organ. So I would place those products on my skin. And therefore, my internal, I would most likely, my body was reacting to what was going on. And then again, I was stressed. So I alleviated the stress, which was in the form of an ex-husband. I really don't talk about that much, but I do tell people in my story. I was stressed a lot. And that stress, I really think, triggered all that. So with me going plant-based and changing those products, my lab started trending towards normal. Like I said, the doctor didn't want to believe me, but I kept on going with what I was doing. And fast forward 2019 or so, my labs started really getting normalized. 2020, in the height of the pandemic, my labs were normal, my thyroid was normal. And so all that to say, the lifestyle for me, it did work in that healthy way that I did with those products. And so
And
then
if I can interrupt there and just say, if soon as we get connected, if anyone's listening, I actually was introduced to Arbonne by Cheryl, and came to love those natural products as well. And let me just make sure we're live. Hold on, Cheryl.
you tell me when
That's,
to keep it, Lisa. It's like a conversation anyway. This
and I'm gonna make sure we record this and it still gets broadcast.
okay.
My girlfriend was there. She said, "What happened?" And I want to make sure that we are there. We're live.
Yes.
It doesn't say I'm live. We're gonna get it together, girl. We're gonna get this together.
I'll make it work.
Okay, looks like there's 4 in there. I can't see my live, but it says we're live. Oh, there you are. I see you.
You see me?
You just had your hand in your hair.
That was a while ago. Yeah, I was fixing my little fro.
So I wonder why it stopped. Hold on. So we were live. I had you up there. People, how do we do it again? So how do we do it again?
I wonder if you should be on your computer as well, and then you can look on the phone. Let me look on the phone and see what's happening on YouTube. If I go to Carter's 8, boom. Yeah, see, it shows me in my hair. Let's see. Okay, we're on live, Lisa. Yeah, see, it shows me in my hair. Let's see. Okay, we're on live, Lisa. Yeah, see, it shows me in my hair. Let's see. Okay, we're on live, Lisa. Yeah, see, it shows me in my hair. Let's see. Okay, we're on Lisa. Yeah, see, it shows me in my hair. Let's see.
The live is Angela. Are we live? And is my head moving? Oh, there we go, you guys. Okay, Cheryl.
Okay, we're good.
Yep. So
Um,
Cheryl, if you guys missed that, Cheryl was sharing with us some background information about her career. Cheryl, you could. What I have is feedback from Cheryl's computer, so I don't know how that's happening, but we're going to get it together, you guys. See, that's because I'm live.
oh, the delay because you're live. I, yeah, I guess that would make sense because when I was on YouTube, it was sort of a delay on my phone. So now you're frozen, Lisa.
How about now? Is everybody good?
Okay, you're moving. I see you.
So if I close my live, it stops it.
Wow.
So that's the only way I can stay in it is to be in the room or view on YouTube.
Okay, you froze again.
Okay, I froze again.
Mm-hmm.
Cheryl, am I with you?
Yes.
I don't know how to. You go ahead and talk, and I'll be quiet.
Okay, so I didn't know where you wanted me to. I was explaining my background as a nurse and how I got into wellness. And so in 2019, actually, I started doing IVs at my job, and I was really interested in them because it just made sense to me as far as infusing nutrients directly into your bloodstream, because you'll get 100% of the nutrients instead of eating something or taking something by mouth where we're only getting about 15 to 20% of the nutrient. And so it just started interestingly enough. I have a background in biology. My major is in biology, and I never thought I would use that again. And now a lot of that is coming back to me as far as how things are moved into the cell. So that's what makes this so interesting, because you're getting 100% of the nutrients directly into your bloodstream, which is going to be dispersed into your body, and then you're going to feel the effects. It depends on what nutrients you receive in your IV, if you're going to receive those immediate feel good, energizing effects, as opposed to something that's cellular. So what I'm saying is like the glutathione, which is the mother of all antioxidants. That is the one thing that you would want to get in your IV. You're not going to feel anything, but just know it's bathing your cells. I call it like everybody's probably seen the Wizard of Oz or the Wiz, and how the Tin Man was so stiff and he needed his oil. So glutathione can be likened to your oil because it helps to break up that rust that's in your body, and it helps to push out those toxins. As opposed to glutathione, with that, you have like a B12 or a B complex, which are the B vitamins provide metabolism or energy. So you're going to definitely feel the effects of that, as opposed to, like I'm saying, the glutathione. Both are into your cells, but the effects are different, or the results. So it's very interesting how it works. And with that liter of fluids, the fluids alone will give you energy as well. So it is so interesting, y'all. And it's really gaining traction. Here in Atlanta, there are a few companies, I don't know how many, but my mentor is amazing. We both started at the same job working, and she transitioned out, and I was still there. And then last November, my job actually closed, and so I was without a position and without a job. But I had clients that would come and call the place, and they would actually want to come in when I was there. And I had one client in particular was like, Cheryl, you need to go ahead and start your business. And I thought about it, but it was always in the back of my mind. But when she said it, it just brought it to the forefront of my mind to go ahead. And when I left there, I already had a handful of clients that were ready to be serviced by me, because they loved what I did and how I made them feel. I want to say my business is called iVibe. So I intravenous vitamins your body embraces. That's what iVibe means. And then there's another twist on it, with my name. My IG name is Vibe with Cheryl, and visualize yourself better every day. So I use those two components and I married them together to make you feel good, make you look good. And overall, I just like to bring a vibe with me, because I want people to feel great. We all have problems in our life, but if we can just feel good and be able to bring that upon somebody else, it just makes the world better. I mean, you get with other people and you feel their energy, and you can continue going on and you'll share it with somebody else. So it's like the ripple effect. We provide the ripple effect for everybody, and you continuously go on and give that, because that's what the world needs right now. So yeah, Lisa, that's my spiel about where I am. I am
So,
located.
Cheryl, my husband's listening, and he's like, "I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was a nurse." And I was like, "Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Nobody really know. Some he's heard of it,
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted to make sure. He was like, "Well, I've heard of it." And he said, "Don't you need a nurse for that?" And I said, "She's a nurse." So I'm reposting it because it's working now. We can hear you. I can see you. Like she
Good.
said, there's two lives. So I've shared our live to say Cheryl's here. Um, I'm gonna let you know if we have any questions. It says infusions brightens my face, gives me energy. My body feels so much better. It reverses fatigue and so much more. Thank you,
Yeah.
Alpha Turkey, for me and my allergies, in my opinion. Grandma Lynn said, very knowledgeable, nice, impressive guest. Oh, we thank you for that, Sister Lynn.
Yeah.
And Angela Critters is my mod who's kind of helping me know when the chat is working. If you guys can share us out, we want to make sure people are aware that wellness is key, especially if we're eating the, I won't say poisons, we're eating the processed foods. But if you can, of course, we're all trying to stay away from processed foods, right? But if you have those days, like Grandma Lynn says on her channel, there'll be days where you're gonna be human and you're gonna go out and get what you want to get because we're in the flesh, right? But
Exactly.
for the most part, you try to reserve those for holidays and weekends or assign it to a Friday. But that's why we have this title called cheat day, or what I eat in a day, or this is my cheat day, because we know our goal is to eat clean, or at least 3 veggies, 1 protein, trying to stay away from whites, and of course, processed or fatty foods. I like my fatty foods. I know I like fried chicken. I like French fries. As we get older, it creates GERDs, popcorn, lots of different. Dairy is affecting a lot of people lately. So we don't know what they're feeding our our dairy products with, that are making so many people lately have these reactions to dairy, eggs, milk, and cheese.
The
It's
hormones.
and it didn't used to be. So would you say, Cheryl, the hormones?
My professional opinion, I believe it's the hormones that they have injected into
Okay.
the food products. Like, especially, so just think we have, so cows give us the beef, the milk, right? You have the chickens with the eggs. So you think about back in the day, they said the eggs, it would take 75 days for eggs to hatch into, they hatch and they grow into a regular chicken. Well, now with the
Excuse me.
hormones, they're injecting them and it's 45 days. So they're larger, they're bigger, but they're still walking on, the legs are smaller. So they topple over. It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. Yeah. But we're looking at that. If you look at a young chicken as opposed to another chicken, you see the difference. It's, yeah. And so that's going into our body. We eat the food and it's going right back into our system.
And all of that to say, we're doing our best as people in everyday lives to curtail how much we take in of the processed foods or foods that are chemically injected. But then there's the whole clean aisle, and that's more expensive. But what Cheryl has introduced me to through her wellness program, when I was using Arbonne, which was one of the where we first started maybe 10 years ago, which is how I conceived, was because I started using Arbonne products, which were plant-based. But Cheryl, being the RN or nurse professional, has explored this whole field further and is getting into something probably as new age as AI will probably be the medicine of the future, is
Amen.
IV hydration. And you've seen the hydration powders, and everybody, I know I'm naive. I'm going like, well, in water enough, and then people got Vital Water. So clearly it's not, but in assistance to us managing what we eat or being aware of what we eat, being foodies, working out, being over 50. Now we've got another option, and I wanted to make sure our Carterians knew that this is a resource. And she is introducing this platform in the South. She has a region. She is her own independent agent, or she's her own boss in addition to working. But this is her business as it begins to be a new business that's about to roll out. So I want to make sure that you guys are aware that this is available. And I keep saying this because I'm going to let her expand on it more, because I was like, so we're not drinking this. You're actually putting it in my arm. She was like, at least I'm a registered nurse. I put the IV in your arm. And that's why Arthur was like, you need to be a nurse to do that. I was like, she is.
Exactly. Yes. 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 And just to piggyback off of what you were saying, as far as the food products, the things that we're doing. So I liken these IV fluids to a tune-up for our
Okay.
body, because we may be going. Like I said, people are traveling back and forth. They're out of the country, back in the country, still working the job, taking care of the kids, and we forget ourselves sometimes. So sometimes you need to tune yourself up. It's just like the car.
There you go.
We change the wheels, we get oil changes, we get tune-ups, because we know when our cars are sluggish, it's time to do those maintenance and those tune-ups. We have to think
Great
of our
point.
body. This is our only one vehicle, y'all. We're not going to get another one. We
Only
got
one vehicle. That's a great analogy, Sarah. Great analogy. I have a couple of comments to share with you. Some of the ingredients in the American foods are banned in other countries. We have to say, why is that? Commander Alpha Turkey, that was Grandma Lynn, and Commander Alpha Turkey, these are women, said, once you gradually remove processed foods for good, they taste gross when you taste them again.
Yes. Oh my gosh. She's
Am
not
I?
lying.
Husband said I'm buffering. Maybe you're on the wrong one. Hubs to the
Yes.
rescue. Okay,
Author,
baby, I sure will. She said,
um,
hi, author. And then Grandma Lynn, Commander Alpha Turkey and Grandma Lynn are speaking and said, I'm so happy that RFK will have a position in the White House to address the food issues. There are a couple of good things rolling out of this administration. We ain't going to be mad about it. We're going to look at the positive, y'all, because maybe these things will be explored. And like, there's a whole TikTok movement about how he's going to address so many things that are in foods and have them removed. Now, things may taste different. I can't speak on everything. I try not to get on the political scene. I think I got us up, Cheryl. I hope
okay.
so. Hold on.
It's a lot going on with that round, so we're not even gonna discuss it. Like, when I went overseas, the McDonald's fries here were different than the McDonald's fries over in Sweden.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't have. I don't know how many ingredients are in these McDonald's French fries, but when I went to Sweden, it was potatoes, salt, and they used the oil, basically. So
Sarah, we look good. My girl said, I hear and see you guys. Grandma Glenn said, I'm pleased about that, Commander Alpha Turkey, about RFK. So we're going to try to make sure that we do things to take care of ourselves. And it starts with Carter's Eat, bringing you a guest, Cheryl. She can come monthly to share with us updates about her IV hydration. Now, Cheryl, can
yeah,
can you tell us where you're located real quick?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and I
All
serve
right. And
the Atlanta
can you
area.
share with us also, Cheryl, what a typical day looks like when you do have to go out and do a treatment? Or maybe let's give an example of one person that would ask for a treatment, what it looks like, and maybe their praise report after.
Okay, so I have some influencers that are really high performing, like they're busy, they're in and out, off planes, across the country, back here in Atlanta. And they may feel drained. They may have a big event that's coming up the next week. So I'll go out to wherever they are. I travel to them, make sure I have them sign the consent. get a blood pressure. If I have any questions about their history, I'll contact my physician. That's my collaborating physician I have.
And return
And
the phone.
okay. And then we start the IV. And then based on what they're telling me how they feel, I'll pull out the nutrients I have. Now, I do have a process where I would draw blood that will test your nutrients and tell me if you need to be repleted in some things, and then we can get really customizable that way. But on an everyday basis, I'll go out and then whatever they feel like they are lacking in, if they need something for sleep, if they're exhausted, if they need some energy, if they feel like they have a tickle in their throat, something to help on the preventative end. So you want to think about being proactive on this side. You don't want to be reactive when things hit you and you go in. You want to do some things that to prevent.
Proactive, right? And when they get their treatment, Cheryl, are they laying down? Are you sitting in a chair? Do they get cold? Do you get hot?
So people are sitting up. They may be sitting at their desk. They may still be working. Yeah, they don't have to. It's not. Don't take the hospital or a procedure out of the picture. This is in the comfort of where you want to be it your business office, be it in your bedroom. If they're lying down, if they're not feeling well, if they may be in their bedroom. So it's more of a want. This is not a have to have service. This is something that you're either want to prevent something that's coming about, or you want to be on top of, hey, I got a big performance I want to get to. I got to perform in front of all these millions of people. I need to be on top of my game. My brain needs to be clicking. I need all the energy. So
Okay.
wherever you feel comfortable, I can come and make it happen.
So let's make it relevant to current events. I see in the chat someone said it's so crazy at the P Diddy parties. After the party, you'd have to get an IV. How does that differ from what we're talking about right now?
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what they I don't know what they got. I don't know what they were involved in. It could have been a lot of drinking, so a
Yeah.
lot of liquor. So they want to flush that alcohol out or try to absorb it. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Uh-huh. Do it after.
Wow. And how long does this typically take?
The actual process, let's say from the beginning to end, may take an hour. So yeah, 45 minutes to an hour. Depends
Okay.
on veins and what condition you're in. Now, I want to say I'm not going to take anybody who's um, sick. Like I said, I do an assessment and make sure their heart and lungs sound good, make sure they have not had any kind of surgery pertaining to their heart or their lungs, or make sure they have their kidneys, because you want to make sure these fluids don't overload their body, don't put them into any kind of congestion throughout their body, and that they're able to excrete the fluids. You want to make sure people's kidneys are working.
Okay. And
Um,
that is something. Excuse me, sorry. I did ask Cheryl that yesterday, being Cheryl Graham that's in the photo, because I say Sarah or I say Cheryl, and I want everybody to know Cheryl is the young lady I'm speaking to. So I'm glad I put that beneath her name. I asked her yesterday. I said, "What about people that are diabetic or have heart conditions?" And she did address that. But this video is going to be on the internet, so it is a resource for anyone on playback. So I'm going to ask her to repeat that so that if somebody that has diabetic or heart issues or is a senior can hear if what they should do. I'll let her share that.
okay, so diabetes. I was telling Lisa yesterday, I do have nutrients that help with the blood flow. So that's a lot of things that are disabling to a lot of diabetics. Your blood vessels are what's like a better words? They are very tender. Let's say, you don't have good blood flow maybe in your extremities. People, it's called neuropathy. So I do have a couple of things that can help with that, like a B12 that helps with nerves. B complex has something in there that helps with the nerves as well. And amino blend has something that causes the vessels to open up and allow the oxygen to flow through. So those are some things that you can help with the diabetics. Those that are up in age, are seniors. I will need to know. I mean, like I said, I want to know the history. If they had any heart surgery or anything like that nature, I would want a clearance letter from their doctors to say that they can receive these fluids. because we don't want to overload anybody's heart, anybody's lungs, because we don't want them. We're trying to be proactive. We don't want them to end up in the hospital. We're trying to keep them
Okay.
of that. Yes. So very cautious about that. Extremely cautious, let's say.
Well, on Wellness Wednesday, in order to keep this manageable so somebody will want to come back and watch it, me and Cheryl can always talk for an hour. And I think next month in January, we're going to start the year and do this again and have her back now that I know how to use StreamYards, but also to kick off the year right and make sure that I'm making her services available, her knowledge available, but also the resource to those in the southern region of Georgia or Atlanta specifically, that she is available. And we'll share this and put the hashtag Atlanta. This is Wellness Wednesday. I'm not closing it out. I'm just reiterating the title of this video, which is Wellness Wednesday with Cheryl Graham talking IV hydration. It is something new to me. And I wanted to make sure we learned about it together. And Cheryl is an expert and is doing this. I don't want to call it a side hustle because I don't like that word. She is doing this as a profession to please her soul. It's her calling.
Yes,
She's
ma'am.
passionate about it. She's on Instagram heavy about it. She's probably going to get a YouTube channel, but we're going to support her on Instagram as best we can. And I will be sure to link all of her information below for Wellness Wednesday with Cheryl Graham talking IV hydration, which again was very new to me. I know I've known her for a year. I think you've been doing it for 2 years.
On my own, I've been doing it for a year, but I've been
Okay,
in
year.
for
Yeah,
5 years.
and
Yes.
I've been watching her, and you kind of go, "What is she? What is she? I wonder what she's talking about." Now we know, and especially smart people such as Carterians, we want to make sure we ask questions when we don't know because we want to know. We want to stay well informed. We don't walk around not knowing. We expand, we grow, and we always want to better ourselves when it comes to food, health and wellness, nutrition, and the latest trends. And so like I always do a body cleanse at the end of the year with my juicing machine, but my juicing machine is gone. What
Uh-oh.
is some hold on, somebody just said something. Happy to help and happy to be here. Thank you, Alpha Turkey. And I haven't been able to do my cleanse and I feel sluggish. I feel like the car needs a tune up. I feel like I need to do a 7-day fast. I feel sluggish. As my fruits enlarge and my wealth comes to me, I will be one day getting this service. I'm not in that season yet, but it's coming. Glory be to God. But there are people that can afford this. Cheryl, do you want to share with us a price range that this cost, and or maybe how you get paid? I don't know if the credit card, Cash App, but what is the range that we should expect? And perhaps you could be a resource to anyone that's watching this on playback so that she can refer you to that type of person in your region or county, or perhaps you can come to Atlanta and see her. I'll let you
Yes.
share that.
Yeah. So prices vary, depends on what you want. So we can
Thank you.
even do shots in the arm or the hip, B12 only in the arm. The other ones we can do in the hips. So my shots range from $40 to $50. Remember, I'm traveling to you, so that takes the burden off of you traveling. So I add my traveling expense into that. So that's
Okay.
great. Yeah. The IVs, and it can range anywhere from 200 to 275, depends on what you need. And then if we do like a IV drip party, so say you have a group of girlfriends, and this is something that you want to do while you're sitting there and you guys are having a great powwow. You're trying to do some self-care. You can do an IV drip party. I've done one of those for myself, and I've had 4 of my girlfriends doing my birthday party. And we had the best time just talking about women's issues. We never get to sit down and talk about us instead of
Right.
us brunch and just no food. We were sitting there talking about finances, the health, what things we should do for our self-care, and we left there feeling exuberant. We just felt so good.
That's awesome.
So it's something like that you can do. People like to do IVs. I get one once a month, maybe twice a month if I want to, but I typically get one once a month. My husband as well. He's a fitness expert, so he's always looking for something for recovery. I like more so the energy and something to help my mind. so I can stay on top of the game as well.
Cheryl, may I
Yeah.
interrupt? Excuse me, real quick. I did have a comment in. I had a comment in the chat. Someone said, "How often should they get an IV?" Before you answer that, as soon as I hear IV, I kind of, I menace. Because I'm like, it's a needle. It's gonna hurt. Share with us those two answers, and then we'll go ahead and get ready to say our goodbyes. But does it hurt?
Well,
Um, I know you're the best nurse in the world, so you probably do a nice insertion. But when I hear IV, if you can reassure us that it's something we can handle, and then how often is what Commander Alpha Turkey asked.
okay, yes, it is something you can handle, Lisa. And I've been told that people rarely feel the needle going in the arm. And let me explain something. The needle is not left in your arm because if you think about it, if you move your arm, the needle can burst through your vein. No, you retract the needle, and there's a little catheter that's in your arm, a little plastic catheter that's left in your arm. So you can move your arm, you can do anything you want. We just secure it down with a sterile gauze, and you're on your way. You can type, you can do anything you want to. So yeah, the needle is retracted from the IV. Yeah, a lot of misconception about that. I think people think the needle is in their arm and they get tensed up. No, the needle's not in your arm. It's
Great,
just a
great.
catheter.
Thank you.
How often should a person get the IV? Depends on what they're doing. Twice a year is probably not enough if you work out a lot. If you exhaust yourself and you're not repleting yourself with your fluids. So like I said, a car's tune-up maybe twice a year. Our tune-ups are a little different because we're on the go all day, every day. Our minds are always gone. Even when we're asleep, our brain is trying to reset itself and get our body back in homeostasis and let our bodies re-nourish themselves. I would do something once a month. If you're really wanting to get into this, I would do something once a month just to bathe your cells and to keep yourself really hydrated and getting some good nutrients. And
Wow.
think of it as a band-aid. We don't want this to be a band-aid. This should be something that you're developing a lifestyle because, like I said, with a tune-up, but you need something maintaining or your maintenance throughout the rest of your days. So we have to look into that. As Lisa said, we focus on food and health and wellness. Yes, maintenance is part of it. Even though
Okay.
sometimes we may splurge some, but that's okay. As long as we have that maybe 80-20-90-10, we keep going with what we need to do for our bodies.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Let's keep revisiting that. Cheryl, if you'll have us, we'd love it if you came back to Carter's Eve. I am going to try to really stick to Wellness Wednesday. I know the new year is coming and people will have needs. And I hope that anybody that's watching this on playback will go to Cheryl's social media on Instagram. Is there any place else they should check you out, Cheryl?
Well, my website is ivibewell.com, and you see ivibe is IVYBE. Let me move out the way. Let me see. ivibewell.com. And you can fill out, there's an interest form there, as well as on my IG, my link tree. You can have, there's a consultation spot there as well. And we can talk about your needs, what you would like to do, any kind of goals you have, and we can set up a plan and figure out what will be the best way for you to achieve those goals.
And let me ask, excuse me for interrupting, if I spelled this correctly, IVYBEWELL.com.
Correct.
I dropped that in the chat, and I'll be sure to link that in our description box below as well. And then, Cheryl, are you available for consultation on just any health and wellness questions? Can you be a resource for that?
I can be a resource because I can find out the information. So I'm open to, because I want us to be healthy. I want us to be walking pillars of as best health as we can be. Because you want to think about this. We have a lifespan is how many years we live on this earth, but our health span is how many years of that time are we healthy?
Awesome,
right?
Awesome. Great
We got
point.
our health span is
And may
big.
I ask, Cheryl, Are you still an Arbonne consultant?
I still have my website. I still use some of the products, and I can still have people come to my, but I'm not really building there because I have my wellness, this side. However, with the supplements, I do recommend for wellness supplements for their maintenance. I have three different platforms I'm using: Arbonne, um, 3 International, and Partner.co. Those are where I get my supplements. So I do
Okay.
have, um,
So
yeah,
you have some supplements. Did you want to finish out the live and share with us the supplements that you encourage people to use, or
okay, yeah. So I have,
no? But I want them to get them. I want them to get them to get them. I want people to get the supplements from you. Please don't share the supplements you're. Just tell them what supplements you have that they should include with their process. Like you have. Don't tell them the supplements, but tell them you have supplements. I don't know
okay.
if I'm saying it right because I want them to come to you. I don't want them to go get it from somewhere else.
Oh, gotcha. Well, you know what? When we do our consult, we can do it that way. We can do it with consultation.
Because I
But
have seen you on Instagram hold up a bag.
yes.
Yeah. And I was like, so she's got something that goes with it. But you guys, I just want to say, if you ever need some plant-based products, that's what I was leading to. Cheryl has some amazing, there's an Arbonne link, and you should try to buy some of the Arbonne products and use the link that she'll share with you on her website.
Yeah.
But
Like I said, the other
I
two,
lived and breathed it, and it was amazing. So
yes. And the other two that I have, I've been using those more so because they are vitamins and minerals. So I use that in conjunction with my IVs, and hey, here we are.
you feel like $1 million, huh?
Yes. Yes.
That's good. That's good, Cheryl. Thank you for introducing this to us.
Of
I hope
course.
if you watch this on playback that you will consider subscribing to Carter's Eat, where we have tons of great comfort food that we present and cook and eat. We also are very conscious of our bodies because, as Cheryl taught us today, it's the only one we get.
Only
I
one.
did just come from the pool. I do my workout. I do my yoga. I do my walking. I love food. That's why I do what I do. I am not diabetic. I do not have high blood pressure, and I'm doing my best at 54 to stay that way. So while you may be overweight, that could be thyroid. It could be any health predisposition that aids to that. But because I know I've always been the thicker bone, whether it be fluid, like I said, thyroid, heart, whatever, I've always been cognizant of my weight and walking and exercising. I'm still very much in shape. So we always push that initiative. I think you guys have seen our what's the black stuff you drink? We got black seed oil. We've done the oh, that stuff that bitter sops. We
Oh,
have
bitter.
the old juicing ministry. You guys seen us do the Greek salads. So we've got all the wellness line out there for you to refer to make sure that you know how to juice or do an OMAD diet. We've done that. We've also got your fried chicken videos. We've got your cow ministry. We're trying to give you budget friendly shopping foods, dinner ideas. So we do it all at Carter's Eat. That's why I always have to give that overview. But on Wellness Wednesday, we're either going to tell you about a new fruit that you should try. But today on Wellness Wednesday, it was IV hydration by the consultant Cheryl Graham, who was our special guest. Please thumbs it up if you watch it on playback. Please leave a comment below. And please visit her website. You know, we'd appreciate that. But if you're in the Atlanta area, most importantly, look her up, look into it, and refer somebody else that, hey, y'all, this is something that's about to come down the pike. We need to get on board, make it a part of your lifestyle. And we'll have her back again in January. And I'm going to see if there's any more comments. Cheryl, was there anything else you wanted to say?
No, I just look forward to connecting with you all. And Lisa will drop my Instagram because on my link tree I have the supplements that I'm using that are very, oh my gosh, highly
And what's
enjoyable.
Linktree? What's that, Cheryl? I heard you say that, and I got to read a couple of comments to you.
It's in my bio. So
Okay.
you have a bio and there's like a link tree. There's a link. You hit the link and it opens up other information.
Oh,
So
good.
my
Oh,
consultation, about my other nutrients that I have, then supplements. So
and
yeah,
they'll get that if once they go to your website. Is that correct?
they'll get that if they go to my IG. I'm working
Okay.
my website is a work in progress. So we're
But if
working
they go to your Instagram, they'll see that part, the link tree. Okay. The
correct.
couple of comments came in. I pay $60 locally for a holistic consultation, and I buy their recommendations. It's worth every penny. So that's an excellent idea.
Yeah,
And
I love
that's awesome,
that.
Commander Alpha Turkey. We never know what people, who they're about, unless we talk. And Alpha Turkey, I didn't even know all these wonderful things about you. And I'm so glad you're here today. Thank you so, so much. And Sister Lynn and Angela and all my friends in the roof, my husband for being on board. It's hard to find people like Cheryl, especially in her area. Jump on it. Awesome. That's what we want to hear. Thank you, Alpha Turkey. That's awesome.
Thank
Marketer Hassan says, hi, everyone. Welcome, Hassan. Well, I think if there's no other questions, I tried to read as I was going through it. If I've missed anybody, please raise your hand now. No, speak up and let us know if you have any questions. Is there anything you want to ask Cheryl that I did not address? Anything you want to ask me? But Cheryl is our guest, our power of the hour. So Angie said, hi, Sister Lynn. Welcome, Angie. Good to see you. Thank you, Angie. Did anybody have any questions? And we're just honored to have her here. And I'm glad she and I were able to finally, I hope that's the correct English, she and I. Yeah, she and I.
I love it, Lisa.
What
Yes,
I can hear my mother correcting me. I'm glad she and I were finally able to make this happen. I know we've been talking about it for a year.
come on now. Yeah,
And
we
I'm
made
working on accountability and doing what I say and writing things down. And she held me to the mark yesterday and was like, not Wednesday or Thursday. No, not Thursday or Friday. I'm free tomorrow. I was like,
tomorrow.
and
Yes.
we pushed y'all. We had some quirks to work through. Go ahead, Hassan. You can ask the question. We had some things to figure out, and we did it.
More Lisa, and it did.
God be the glory. I didn't give up on myself with
Yes.
coaching from Angela, and just we stuck to itness is my mother's word, and we made it happen today, y'all. Because I was nervous, operating scared. I was operating scared, and that's probably why I put her off not having someone up on the panel with me. Because ask the question, Hassan. I wasn't sure if I knew how to host a StreamYard, and thank you to Jamia and LSP for helping me understand how to set up going live with a guest. I have one question. We're waiting for Hassan to ask it. I think he said, what's today's live about? Hassan, you have to read the title. It says IV hydration with Cheryl Graham, and I'm going to fix that period at the end. This is Wellness Wednesday, where we're getting some information on how to live our best life and stay hydrated. I didn't even know that was important. And she says it adds to brain stamina, clarity, agility, and just it's like a cartoon up is I think a best summarization. And if I can't, I'm gonna give her 7 minutes to go ahead and share it one more again and why she's qualified to share this information with us, if you would please.
Yes. So Hassan, thank you for tuning in. So I'm a nurse by trade. I've been a nurse for 27 years. The last 12 years, I've been in health and wellness. However, this last 5 years, I niched down and I'm an IV hydration specialist. And I come to you, I'm mobile. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. Hook you up with an IV bag, put the needle in your arm, and give you some nutrients via the IV hydration bag. It's a liter of fluids, and I put nutrients into the bag, and which you're going to get 100% of the nutrients into your system because it's going straight into your body, as opposed to you taking something by your mouth and you may only get 15 to 20%. So it's something to think about. And Lisa, we likened it to being your tune-up for your car. You only have this one vehicle, so you want to take care of it and be proactive instead of reactive. So if you're feeling like maybe a throat itch coming on, or you're feeling fatigued, you need to feel your best because you're going to perform somewhere or you have an engagement to go to. Let's get you an IV, get you that liter of fluids to bathe your cells, give you those nutrients that go in to help you with your energy, your the slight edge is what people are looking for to maintain,
Right.
to keep cells up there. Yes. The brain health, your performance level. So that's what I actually do. And so I come to you, like I said, I'm here in Atlanta. I service the Metro Atlanta area, and I will help you figure out what you need. In addition, I can do blood draws to see exactly what your body needs, and then we can replete that over time. So I do have a subscription, some subscriptions on my website as well, so we can figure out what best suits you.
Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Cheryl.
Both of you health doctors.
Hassan said, "Are you both health doctors?" No, Hassan. She just shared. Maybe it was overlapping when you wrote it that she is the registered nurse. I am your host here at Carter's Eat. And you are welcome to always ask anything you want. And we ask that you come back, watch it on playback, Hassan, so you can hear the beginning to the end to understand more about her service. And then she can possibly be a resource to help you know where that may be available to you in your area, or you can fly her out.
Hey, you know what? I'm not.
You
I'm not
never know. We're going to be global, baby. Think big.
exactly
Think big.
on
Don't
my
forget.
radar.
Huh?
It's on my radar. Global.
That's
Yes.
right. Don't think small. Anything's possible. He said, "Oh my God, really? Yes, anything is possible." And that's why we're doing what we're doing right now, is because we're opening doors. This might reach you don't know who, and they see it and say, "I've heard about IV hydration. What is it?" And they may listen, and they may call her in for a conference. They may call her in to do a call. They may call her in to do it for the corporate, for maybe their board. You never know what this could lead to. Not saying I have that impact, but I'm saying we can't think small. We have to think big. And she's a believer. I'm a believer. Dreamers are even more powerful, but we're believers and dreamers. So I'm wishing the best for my sorority sister and my friend for life and my
That's it.
friend,
That's it.
Cheryl. So I believe in you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep handing
Yeah.
those business cards out. And I was asking all those questions yesterday because I was thinking marketingly wise, like where could this go? And it's still a thought, but I think you're just as smart as I am, or I'm just as smart as you are. And you're on the right track. And that's what you did. You were like, Lisa, I need to be on there. And that's the first step. We just got to ask people to help push each other's initiative. And the more we work together, the stronger we can be if we don't work apart. So keep sharing and teaching, Cheryl. Just keep knocking on, and I finally answered. Not that
Oh,
I have any platform or power, but I'm just using what I do have to
I love
assist a friend.
And I
Was there?
thank you, Lisa. Thank you for opening up this platform for me to come on and be introduced to your network. Yeah, I could tell they love you here. And I'm just excited for where things can go for any one of us. If we're all searching for something or we're working in our gifts, we have to walk in our gifts. Y'all don't let those gifts expire with us. We got to use those gifts because that's what he wants us to do.
All right. My husband said, "Good info. Thanks for listening, honey."
Thank you.
But Hassan said, "She's really beautiful. Look like you." We do look alike, don't we, Hassan? I've always thought that. I've always thought that. You know, we went to college together back in 89, 90. My goodness, my gracious.
What?
See how I talked us right up to our 1 hour mark? I'm very
You
strategic, very
did.
strategic, very
I love
strategic. Well, I'm confident that people are going to watch this on playback. Again, it's called Wellness Wednesday with our Cheryl Graham, our IV hydration specialist or professional. Like, comment, and go through our other playlists, but share this video out with as many people as you can. I will do my best to link all the information below. Thank you for your patience in the beginning while I worked to get this set up. I apologize that it wasn't apropos or on right at 1:30. I was a work in progress, but we landed the ship. And thank you again for your patience. Thank you, Cheryl, for your time.
Of course.
I wish we had gone live like we did this morning, and when we had 30 people in the building, but the 4 to 6 that we had were loyal, they were listening, they were engaged, and they asked questions. So it's gonna I'm gonna do my best to optimize this video, put some SEO on this joint. And she doesn't have a channel, Hassan, but glory be to God you said that. You know what I mean? Because this whole over 40 initiative, Hassan, we trying to get people out here to push their agendas, because there's money attached to your channel. If you know, it's a hard hustle, but that you can earn a coin by just sharing your information that you know. She said, in regards to the topic discussed today, Commander Alpha Turkey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. She said, please, Carter's Eat and our chat wants to remind you, please consult your health physician or a doctor, because everybody's experience may be different, and we want to make sure we share that. We are not encouraging anybody to do anything without first consulting a health practitioner or their doctor for next steps. But we do thank the professional nurse that was with us today. We are at the 1 hour mark. These are these are personal experiences, not to be medical advice. Cheryl is a medical professional, a nurse, and who is doing the IV, but I need to say that I'm not a medical professional, and we want you to consult your physician before you make any decisions. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I appreciate you.
Thank
All my
you.
Carterians, like, comment, share, make it a great day. Look at the clouds, look at the roses. Look what God can do. If he can do it for the clouds and roses, he can do it for you, and you. Stay focused, watch God, and take it easy, Greasy. We got a long way to slide. Ashe. And good day. Thank you, Cheryl.
You're welcome. Thank you all. Thanks, Lisa. We'll chat, girl. Love you.